Hey, what's up everybody out in YouTube land? It's Casey, the Rockstarflipper. I'm back with you guys here on a Sunday, and I know I didn't do a video yesterday on Saturday. I was recovering from the celebration from Friday night. For those of you that don't know or didn't join us on the live show Friday night, I cleared 10,000 subscribers, which is 10,000 of you wonderful folk who watch my channel on a regular basis. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. It was an awesome show Friday, and we had a lot of fun. We gave away 2 gift cards, and I promised you guys once we hit 10,000, I would have another special prize for you guys, and that's what this video is. It is going to be something I was going to put together in kind of like an ebook, and it's going to be free. I told you guys I'd never charge you guys for anything. I was going to put it together in an ebook. I just decided that this would probably be a little easier. So this is 101 of my top best-selling items for eBay and Amazon. Obviously, some of these items will be eBay only. Some of them will be for either platform. Some of them will be better for Amazon. You'll have to basically use your best judgment and pricing to figure that out. But I wanted to share this with you guys all in one spot. So it's going to be in this video, and it is going to be linked in the description below directly to a Google Doc website, right to a Google Doc. You just click it, it'll take you there, and you'll be able to copy and paste this into your phone or into an email, or email it to yourself, or save it, or bookmark it, whatever you want to do to save this. So you don't always have to come back to the video. You can come back to the video and watch it, but you can also just jump right to this site, into this Google Doc, and have everything right in front of you. 101 best items to sell on eBay or Amazon for profit. So we're going to jump into that in just a second. Before we jump into that, let me give you guys just a couple quick updates and announcements about the channel. A few good things you guys are going to like. I use a program to record a lot of my videos. Not my live videos. I use Google Hangouts for live video. But for my recorded videos like this one, I use a program called Wirecast. Let me see if you guys can see that. There it is. It's called Wirecast. And it's a pretty cool program. It allows me to record my screen, record my face. I can create different shots here. All kinds of cool programs. It is a Mac-only program. I got it a couple Christmases ago when it came out. It was like $500, but I got it on like a Black Friday special for like $250, so it was a really good deal. The program is more than paid for itself. It allows me to record my screen, my face in my screen, my face only, different screens, set up shots. I can do voice and audio. So it's a pretty cool recording program, but they've come out now with a mobile app, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is tough. Maybe you guys can see it. It's right down there in the corner, right there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's called Wirecast Go. It doesn't require you to have the expensive program that I have on my computer. It's a simple app. It's free, or you can download the premium for $6. I think it was $5.99. I bought the premium because I'm going to use it, but I can do live YouTube videos now. You guys know I was having a problem with the other YouTube app. It just wasn't working. It was terrible. You guys could hear me. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see the chat. I haven't used Wirecast Go, but I watched a lot of YouTube videos about it. I think Steve Rakin might have used it in a video recently. But I saw it from, I've known about it. I've known it's been in production for a while because of me owning the actual Wirecast program. But this is going to be great. So I'm going to start doing live videos while I'm out. I'm going to keep my schedule as far as doing a video every night and a Friday Q&A live, but I want to do just spontaneous live videos. And the only way you guys are going to know when I jump on live if I don't tell you, which sometimes I won't, not because I don't want you to watch, but just because if I'm out and something crazy's going on or I'm in a good spot, I just want to jump on real quick, throw my phone up with this new crazy iPhone 7 that's got this amazing camera and video recording. I want you guys to be able to know that I'm live. So in order to know that, go to my preference setting little gear, or the 3-line drop down on Android or iPhone, right next to where you subscribe to my name and my channel. There's a drop down. It's going to say receive channel notifications, receive all notifications, whatever it says. Click on that, and then every time I log in and go live, you'll get a notification via email or whatever you have, or the notification drop down if you have it set, that I'm live. And then you can just click right on my channel and jump on. So it's that easy. So I want you guys to be able to check that out. I'm going to start doing these live ones, and I'm really excited to do them. A lot of you have asked, how do you join live videos like my live Q&A Friday? There's nothing special that you have to do. Just come to my channel Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 9:15, depending on when I get set up and going. And just click on my channel. The video is right there. It'll say it right on my main page. You just click on it and you'll join in, and the chat's right there to the right. The other great thing is when I'm mobile, I can't type to you guys to respond to the chat, but I'll see it so I can respond to it by voice talking to you guys. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to start doing that. And Kate wants to be more involved in the channel and more involved in the Q&A. So she's busy. She's got a life of her own. She does a lot of stuff. So I'm going to start getting her in some of these videos, though. She wants to be in it, and I want her to be in it. So we're going to work on that. And yeah, so that's what I got for you guys. Let's jump on over to the good part. 101 of the best items to sell on eBay and Amazon for profit. And remember, it's on this video, and the link down in the description box below will send you straight to the list on a Google Doc. So let's do it, guys. Okay, here we go, guys. Over to my screen, and this is the link. This is where the link will take you once you click on it, unless you want to watch it here in the video, but obviously going over to the link, you can control it. So we're just going to go right down the list of 101 items. I don't want to keep this video too long, so I'm just going to roll down it, and I will just give a quick little update of the best places that I know that you can find these items, and a couple little notes about each item. That way, if you don't understand or you don't know what you're looking for, you'll have a little more insight into what I'm thinking when I put these in the list. So number one is cell phones. Obviously an item that everybody has. Everybody needs a new one, wants a new one, wants the latest item, is cell phones. iPhones and Androids, of course. And cell phones can be very profitable, but the cell phone market is something that I've been in a very long time. I used to do almost solely in cell phones, and you have to be very careful. The reason is cell phones are a very hot commodity, which makes them a very frequently stolen commodity. So be very careful. I recommend, if you're ever going to buy a cell phone off somebody, to meet them at the store that the cell phone belongs to. If it's a Verizon phone, meet them at a Verizon store. Calling customer service is not always a good way to check a cell phone being stolen or not. Somebody has stolen a phone and sold it to someone else in 10 minutes. I mean, it hasn't even been reported stolen. The person may not even know, which can happen at the store as well. But I recommend always meeting them at the store. It's safe. It's in public. Cell phone transactions are also tracked back to a lot of violent crimes and robbery. So just be very careful if you're going to deal in the cell phone market. Just have them checked out. Have the serial numbers checked out. Make sure that iPhones are iCloud clear, meaning the last person's information is all removed from it. Usually if the information is still in there and they can't remove it, it's a pretty good chance they stole it. So just be very, very careful with cell phones. Number two, one of my favorite items that I sell a lot of, iPods. iPod Touches, Nanos, Shuffles, and Classics, 4 different models. You can buy them working and broken. You need to look them up for the pricing. They go, anywhere from the generations and the gigabytes all the way up, from $1 to $150, $200. It just depends on what you have. I buy a lot of mine from Craigslist. I buy a lot of mine from pawn shops. I buy a lot of mine from other resellers who just want to flip it quick and don't want the hassle of putting them on eBay or Amazon, so I get to make a few bucks. I buy them from all over. I've really networked to build my iPod customer base up, so that's why I do sell quite a bit of them. Tablets, same story as iPods. iPads and Android Samsung tablets sell really good. You can get them from pawn shops and Craigslist. Again, be very careful when dealing with people locally to buy stuff if you're not at a store. But they can be very, very profitable. Make sure you look up the listings. Make sure you check the gigabytes, the storage. Make sure you check the generation. Make sure you check all the features work, the camera, the touchscreen, the charging port, all the buttons, all that good stuff, just like you would anything else. Remote controls, DVD remotes, TV remotes, Bose surround sound remotes. Very expensive. People lose them, people break them a lot, and replacing them is a pain in the butt. So you can definitely resell those. I sell remotes for $10 to $15 all the time. I get them from the bins. I get a lot of them from Goodwill retail stores and Salvation Armies. I find them for $1, $2, and I resell them for $12, $14, $10, $15. It just depends. I also see a lot of them at yard sales. You can find them there too. Video game systems and controllers. I'm talking about PS3s, PS4s, Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and the controllers that go with them. Make sure whenever or wherever you're buying them from, you can test it completely. Make sure you can power it on and plug it into a TV. Make sure it's reading games. Make sure all the controllers are working, everything. They do have, people have a habit of trying to sell bad ones just to see if they can get rid of them, hoping that they'll meet you in a parking lot and you won't test it. So make sure you check those out. And they're higher dollar. So video games, period. Retro, vintage, new age, PS4, 3DS, DS, the small handheld ones, all that stuff that all sells. I sell hundreds of them a month on Amazon. I make tons of money off of them on Amazon. It's my primary business on Amazon. Probably 75 to 80% of my Amazon sales are video games. I buy them from pawn shops all the time. I also buy them from yard sales. That's the two best place to get them. You can also make an ad on Craigslist or Facebook groups or Let Go that you want to buy video games, and you'll get a lot of response out of that. So very, very good market. Gaming headphones. Again, along that same route. Video gaming is huge. So gaming headphones, the Turtle Beach ones, the Logitech ones, sets like this, things of this nature. These things are really good. These are the ones I broke, but these were originally retail $150. On the used market, they're still around $80, $90. So you pick them up at a yard sale for $20 or off Craigslist for $25, $30. You can resell them for $75, $80, make a good profit. So headphones, stay away from Beats. Beats are faked a lot. There's a lot of fake ones going around, counterfeit ones on the streets. Unless you know where they came from or you know the person really well, stay away from Beats. I have come across multiple fake pairs and I have lost some money on them. And I feel like I'm pretty good at Beats and I know how to tell most of them. These ones were just really good. Cell phone cases, the higher end ones. I'm talking about OtterBox, I'm talking about Mophie, and I'm talking about LifeProof. With OtterBox, be careful because Amazon doesn't allow them and eBay frowns on them. I don't know why, but they frown on them. I sell them all the time because I have a history, but if you've never sold them, I wouldn't start with OtterBoxes. Let's move on. Video game strategy guides. Again, down the video game route. You guys have seen me. I've sold a lot of video game strategy guides. They're the big books. They'll fetch $12 to $15 every time. I just sold a Final Fantasy X video game strategy tonight for $14.99. Paid $1 for it at a yard sale. So another video game related item to sell. Digital and SLR cameras. Obviously, the higher end cameras are very, very good. The Canons, the Nikons, the Sonys, the Sony Handycams, all those cameras have a lot of value and they sell super, super good. Make sure you keep an eye out for those if you can get a deal on them. The camera lenses that go with them, number 11, you know, the 55 by 120, 70 by 200s. Those lenses are very expensive. Some of them are $300, $400, $500. Some of them are up to $1,000, $2,000. You can find them in pawn shops. You can find them, you know, from somebody that closed a photography business. They're really good to sell. I've sold multiples of them, but make sure if you're going to sell them, you learn how to pack them. They have to be packed really, really well or they will break. Number 12 is GoPro cameras and the accessories that go with them. I don't think I have my GoPro here. I did have it laying here at one point. But GoPro cameras are expensive. They get lost, they get damaged. So you can buy them broken and resell them. I've sold a lot of them broken, but you can buy and sell GoPro cameras and the accessories that go with them, the straps, the head straps, the harnesses, the selfie sticks, all the little things that go with it that you can buy are expensive to buy at the store. And if you can get them, people will eat that up. Laptops and MacBooks, another high-end item. I'm trying to knock out all the expensive items first. MacBooks, like that, MacBook, and laptops, Windows, Chromebooks, all that kind of stuff, Surfaces, all very good. You got to do your research on what they're worth. You got to go with the lower end or the average. Don't go with the high end, but you can certainly buy them. Make sure you can test them. Make sure, you know, they're not stolen. Make sure you're buying them from a good source, not a shady source, but you can do, you know, really good profits with those. Again, that's going to cost more capital out of your pocket, but bigger profits. All right, let's move on to the next item, which is laptop bags and travel cases for the airport especially, which these are something that I'm kind of partial to. I have my bag here. I bought this. This is a Swiss Gear bag. And this is the laptop bag I use when I travel. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's got a zip up front pocket, which is right here. It's got two separate sections. One for my laptop, one for my charger, my accessories, a notepad, pens, everything. It's got the long strap, of course, which is tangled up. Long strap. It's got the two regular straps. Swiss Gear is really good. This has taken a beating. I've had it for like 2 years, and it is in excellent shape. I paid on Amazon or eBay for this bag brand new. I paid like 60 or 70 bucks for this thing. I think I paid 60. And I almost bought a used one off eBay for like 45. So imagine if you had found this thing at like a yard sale or garage sale for $5. You could have bought it and flipped it for a great profit. So very good item to look out for. Okay, let's keep going. Computer software like Windows or Office, if you can buy the actual software, people still pick that stuff up. Games, I sell a lot of PC games. So always look out for that stuff. Radar detectors. Obviously, a radar detector saves you from a speeding ticket. People, the Cobra ones are very good. The red ones, they're all very good sellers. They sell great. You can buy them used. You can buy them brand new. Take a look on eBay when you get a chance or Amazon at radar detectors and see how well they sell. Electronic handheld games. I'm talking about the little Uno games, the little battleship games. Ones kids sit there and play. I've sold a lot of them. You guys have seen them on my channel. Every time, 10 to 15 bucks. I get them at yard sales for 50 cents as long as they're working. I power them up right there if they got some batteries, and I sell them. Wireless mice, like this fancy i8 mouse right here, or anything that lights up, any kind of special wireless mouse, the gaming mice, those all sell super, super good, and they're expensive. Microphones and specialty microphones, you won't always find them, but things like this blue Snowball microphone, this thing was like originally 80 or 90 bucks. I got this off eBay used for 50 back in the day, 40 or 50, and I'm sure if you could find that kind of stuff, you can make some money on it. So look for microphones, the boom mics, the ones that a lot of YouTubers use with the filters. Those are all good as well. External hard drives, 1 terabit or more, typically recommended. Even 500 gigs will sell. People put all their pictures, their videos, all their documents on external backups and hard drives, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. Keyboards, ergonomic and light up keyboards. I will show you guys. You guys have probably seen it in a video, but there's my keyboard. This is a black web light up keyboard. It changes colors. I can change it. This is black web. This keyboard was around 50 or 60 bucks brand new, and I could probably resell it right now for about $30 or $40. So if you can find them used or you can find a good deal on them from somewhere, keep an eye out for them. The ergonomic ones are the ones that are I think my camera's off a little bit. The ergonomic ones are like tilted, so your hands sit the way they're supposed to sit. Those ones sell really good. I've sold a bunch of them. You guys have probably seen them. Logitech keyboards, really good. All kinds of good keyboards you can buy. Baby monitors and video systems. I actually have one. This is a digital audio baby monitor. We're about to sell this. We got this out of a yard sale. We paid like $3 or $4 for it, and it's probably gonna sell for 30 or 40. So there it is. VTech digital baby monitor. So keep an eye out for stuff like that. Parents love this stuff. This was open box, brand new. The stuff was open, but the plastic baggies were still in there. So we didn't test it at the yard sale, but I have for $3 or $4. I took a shot at it, and I feel confident that it works. Kate will test it out in a day or two and get it up. Surround sound, Bluetooth and wireless speakers, Bose, any kind of stuff like that. Any of the wireless speakers that people put outside or put through their house, those sell really, really good if you can get. Samsung makes good ones. Sony makes good one. Bose makes the best probably. Any of that stuff is really good to pick up anytime you find it. Bop It, electronic toys and games, and Bop It XLs, XTs. You guys have seen me sell probably in the last few months a dozen of those. I always get good money for those. Simon light up games. The Simon games, I've only had 2 ever, but they both sold immediately. They both sold for great prices. They were from the original 90s, 80s, 90s, whatever it was, and I got like 30 bucks a pop out of them. Stuff I picked up for a couple dollars. So keep up looking for those. Vintage board games, Volcanic Island, the Barbie game that I bought the other day, old school Buck Rogers, Heroes Quest. All those games are 40, 50, 60 bucks on up. So if you can find them out at yard sales, pick them up. New age or lower end board games, but using them for the pieces. Monopoly, Scrabble, Clue, Sorry, any games that you can get the pieces out of and sell them. Those are great. My Little Pony toys and accessories. Don't really need to explain that. Legos, you can buy them for the sets or by the pound. Look them up by the pound on eBay. You'll see how good they sell. Card games like Skippo, Uno, Phase 10, any of those little travel size card games. People love those. I get 15 bucks a pop out of most of them. Golf balls, ones that you know the names of them, Nike, Ping, any of that kind of stuff. You can get golf balls, you can clean them up a little bit, put them in little lots, and they will sell. Comic books, don't go looking for $1 million comic books and spending a bunch of money, but like at that one thrift shop, I found those 15 Tomb Raider comic books, $1 a piece. I paid $15. We ended up lotting them together and the duplicates and selling a few individuals. We sold like $100 worth of comic books. So if you can find a good deal on something that's 50 cents or $1 and you can make some money, do that. Don't expect to make millions of dollars on comic books, and don't spend millions of dollars on them. Action figures, any action figures like new age or somewhat old, Star Wars, Star Trek, superheroes, Superman, Batman, any of that kind of stuff will sell really, really good. Also, number 34 would be the 80s toys like G.I. Joe and Barbie and He-Man and Monsters in My Pocket, Polly Pockets. The older stuff will obviously bring more money and sell better, so you should be looking for both of those. 35 is something I've learned recently, Build-A-Bear and the animal clothing that goes with Build-A-Bear. There's collectors of the accessories and the clothing. Build-A-Bear parents will buy their kids more, so definitely keep an eye out for those. Lunchboxes and insulated bags. All of my Frozen lunchboxes, my 10 lunchboxes, my Star Wars ones, they've all sold. I don't have any left. My wrestling, my WWE one, that one sold for like $25 with the thermos. So always look for those. Stuffed animals, especially Disney ones. You guys have seen me sell a dozen stuffed animals that are Disney. We'll move on to specialty purses. My I Love Lucy purse, my horse purse, my Harley purse, my Betty Boop purse. Not Coach and Louis Vuitton, not the designer ones that'll get you in trouble on eBay or get you buying fake ones. The ones that are unique and different. The ones that I bought that had Disney on them. Again, Disney. Anything like that. Those kind of purses, there's always an older lady that would buy it and love it. Diaper bags, my vintage Disney diaper bag that is not listed yet. I feel like a bum. We got to get it listed. But doesn't Vera Bradley make diaper bags? All kinds of designer diaper bags. Don't buy fake ones, but buy nice ones that people will use. For that matter, any Disney memorabilia. I've mentioned Disney in almost every single item, but Disney memorabilia sells, period. 41 is seasonal merchandise. If you can buy for events or holidays, Christmas, within a month or two, don't buy it too close, but buy it, get it up, get it listed, and make some money. Starbucks mugs, Starbucks coffee mugs sell really good. Look them up. You'll see what I mean. Sporting merchandise and clothing like hockey jerseys or baseball jerseys or football clothes before the season starts, obviously, and maybe during the first half of the season. Depending on how your team is doing, don't buy it at the end of the season. Crafting supplies and tools like those special scissors or special little wood carving tools, all that stuff sells really good. Crafters are a huge eBay customer base, so make sure you keep an eye out for that stuff. Dog accessories like retractable leashes, invisible fences, brand new stuff sells amazing. Even the used stuff will sell. Number 46 is one of my favorites. It's police, fire, and military patches and memorabilia. I've told you guys I sold that big fire truck bell. I've sold pins for military and army guys. All that stuff is great. Another one of my favorites that we sell a lot of, shot glasses, especially from locations or special like the Hooters ones. Those all sold really good. My Grey Goose shot glasses, my Crystal Skull vodka ones. Liquor bottles and the liquor bags, like the Crown Royal bags I always get. The collectible liquor bottles, once they're empty, do not sell them with liquor in them. Mouse pads, gaming mouse pads, Hooters mouse pads like the ones I sold. This is one I had made for myself a long time ago, but if you get some cool ones like the Jimmy Buffett one I sold, the Margaritaville, mouse pads sell good. You can get $12, $14 out of them. Specialty tools like Snap-on, Blue Point, mechanics tools. If you don't know a lot about them, I wouldn't go too deep into them, but if you know a little something and you can spot specialty tools, Leathermans, they all sell really, really good. I've sold quite a bit of them. Cowboy and Cowgirl Boots, huge market for those. The little boys and little kids ones sell great. I've sold 3 or 4 pair in the last month. You guys have seen. We also just picked up a pair of girls' Cowgirl Boots. I will be getting them in a day or two, and I will put them in a haul video. Hopefully there's no problems with them, but they're super nice. We paid like $10 for them. We're going to get like 60 to 80 out of them. Neckties, you guys know I am the tie guy. Obviously, silk ties, Disney ties, golfing ties, novelty ties, alcohol-related ties, etc. Men's cufflinks from stores like Men's Warehouse or Joseph A. Bank or any of that kind of stuff. Cufflinks sell good, especially if they're gold or sterling silver or they've got rhinestones or gemstones in them. Diamonds, obviously. I own a pair of diamond cufflinks I paid a lot of money for. I love them. I wear them with my suits. I wore them to the wedding, and I bought them off of eBay, brand new, and I paid like $100 for those things. Little black cocktail dresses for women and girls. They're just really popular. If you can find at thrift stores for a good price, doesn't even matter the brand so much. The better the brand, the better the sale, of course. But just little black cocktail dresses, little dresses that girls can wear and dress up. Rompers are super hot right now. I don't know when you're watching this video, but rompers are in season, really, really hot right now. Harley Davidson clothing, of course, the vests, the t-shirts, the jackets, the do-rags, anything with Harley Davidson on it will sell, especially the women's stuff. I do really good on women Harley stuff. Wetsuits for jet skis and water skiing and all that sort of thing, boating. The O'Neill ones, the scuba gear, I sell all those. I've sold kids, I've sold women's, I've sold men's. Can't beat wetsuits. Fishing shirts for guys, mainly Costa, Salt Life, Tommy Bahama, Columbia, Real Legends, Guy Harvey. All those brands will sell. You'll get a lot of money out of those. Scrub tops for nurses and doctors. You guys know I sell a lot of scrub tops. Look for those at Salvation Armies, Goodwills, Ben's, all those kind of things. Kids costumes like Halloween costumes and dress up like Frozen dresses and Cinderella dresses. You don't got to sell them during Halloween. They'll spike in price during Halloween, but you can get a lot of money for them all year around. So don't pass up any of that kind of stuff. Dry fit clothing, workout clothing, Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, all that kind of stuff sells super, super good. Shoes, we're going to go over Tom's shoes, the ones you see on TV every time you buy a pair of Tom's. He donates ones. They sell really good on the used market. Look up eBay Tom's shoes. I also sell a lot of kids' Crocs. I've sold quite a few pair, the glittery Crocs, the bright colored Crocs, all that stuff. I've sold a lot of those, so look for them. 64s, wireless routers and modems, like the ones you have in your house, or like the ones Verizon sends you. If you ever come across those, you can buy them. Look up the models. One model number off could be the difference between a $10 modem and a $100 modem. Just make sure you take a look at them. External webcams, like the one I'm using right there. I paid like $70 on eBay for it, like new open box. The webcams can be very expensive, some of them. Watches, if you know me at all, I'm not wearing one, but I have a lot of watches. I have Movado, I have Belova, I have Burberry, I have Invicta, I have a Rolex. I wouldn't look for the higher end ones like Rolex and Breitling. They can be faked, but go after the ones like Invicta and Belova and Burberry that are less likely to be faked and that you can tell, have them checked out, and you can make good money on watches. I used to sell watches when I was more into collecting and flipping them. Men's work boots, number 67, steel-toed, Red Wings, hiking boots. Look those up. They are expensive. Some of those boots brand new are $200, so you can imagine what they get used. Women's high heels, same thing. I wouldn't go after the faked ones, the higher end, the Louis Vuittons, or the, that kind of stuff. Maybe you can go after Steve Madden's, you can go after Guess, you can go after, things like that, Michael Kors maybe, things that you can get the brand and check it out and make sure it's good. Number 69 is newspapers with breaking stories. We've gone over these before. 9/11, Obama, the space shuttles, all that kind of stuff is, anything that people made news with is good collectible newspapers people will buy. Specialty books, the Training Blind Dog book that I got, the New Age Social Media Management, the Bartender's Guide to Bartending book that I sold for $20. Anything that you can look up and see that it's got a good movement on Amazon or good ranking. DVD and Blu-rays, I recommend TV show collections like my Star Wars and Star Trek ones. I don't recommend individuals unless it's something special or unless you get a really good deal on a group of them and you can bulk list. Men's suit jackets and vests. Obviously, suit jackets are expensive and they do well on eBay. I've sold a couple. I haven't had a lot of luck lately, but I have done well on them in the past. Babies' shoes, baby Timberlands, baby Jordans, baby Polos, all that stuff. Parents eat that stuff alive. You can list them separately. You can make good money on them. I usually pick them up at yard sales for $1 or $2 and sell them for 15 to 20 sometimes. Men's anime shirts, any of those silk Asian shirts with the samurais on them or the tigers or the Asian designs or the lettering, t-shirts, same thing. All that stuff sells good. Anime stuff sells great. Video game clothing, the ones I've bought with Call of Duty, with Mario Brothers, with Legend of Zelda on them. All that stuff is always moved and sold for me. Women's jean shorts and girls, juniors jean shorts. Jean shorts sell so good. My Abercrombies, my Hollisters, American Eagle, Guess, all that stuff just flies out the door when they're jean shorts. Jeans, of course, they sell. They're not as easy sometimes, but jean shorts are like a out the door. Love them. Victoria's Secret, the clothing, the bras, the bags you see at the store they give away, the stuffed animals, anything with VS Victoria's Secret on it sells unbelievably fast and unbelievably well. Concert and band shirts, Rolling Stones, Metallica, Nirvana, anything with the bands on it and came from a concert, especially if it's vintage, is worth a lot of money. So keep an eye out for those. Number 79 is costume jewelry and brooches. Brooches, I guess it's called. I don't sell this stuff. I'm not experienced with it. I haven't done a whole lot with it, but a lot of people tell me that costume jewelry is something to look out for. I'll have to find somebody with some more experience with that. I added it to the list because it's something I want to get into. I've seen some people make some really good money on that stuff. Wedding dresses and bridesmaid dresses. Obviously, I sold that Galena wedding dress the other day or a couple weeks ago for like $50. I've sold some bridesmaid dresses, a red one not too long ago for like $40. So you can definitely make money on bridal stuff. The designer jeans is something you should look out for. Miss Me, Rock Revival, True Religion. Make sure they're real. But you can do well on those if you can find them, especially at yard sales in good neighborhoods. Camping gear, the power inverters, the tents, the accessories, the stakes. The lanterns, the weather radars, the two-way radios, two-way walkie-talkies, all good stuff. Camping gear is one of eBay's top categories. Perfume and cologne bottles, even the used ones or the empty bottles. Take a look one time. See what you find on eBay. Just check it out for some of your top favorite brands, and you'll see what I mean. Even used ones sell. I mean, those things can be $60 for a little bottle. If it's only got a little missing out of it, you may get $20 or $30 out of the bottle. Car repair manuals, especially for high-end cars, Mercedes, BMW, Lexus. If you can find a rare one like a Ferrari or a Bentley or a Lamborghini repair manual, that'd be awesome. Use car parts, number 85. Look up the pricing on them, make sure they're good, or make sure it's something that doesn't need to be tested. 86 is back to one of my old school ones, Pokemon and Magic the Gathering cards. Again, if you're buying a collection, find out if the value is there before you buy the whole collection. 87 rubber stamps, the stamps that scrapbook makers and collectors and craft makers use. There's one mom and daughter account. I follow it on eBay. I'll have to put the link down for that too. They have thousands of stamps for sale. I'll link that down there. Fitness watches and bands, like the Life bands and all that kind of stuff. Fitbits, those sell. People are into the health stuff, so Fitbits, look for those. Music CDs, you really have to dig. You really have to find ones, but if they were popular CDs back in the day, they can still bring some good value. Typically, you can pick them up cheap, 50 cents to $1. Apple TV boxes, Rokus, Fire Sticks, all the things that you can plug into your TV and get movies and TVs and Hulu and all that stuff and Netflix to your TV. People still buy that stuff like crazy. I've sold quite a few of them. Car audio amplifiers. Car audio is amazing. Amplifiers, you have to look up the wattage and the brand and the model. You'll find the similar ones. Test them out. I really recommend it because they go bad a lot. Make sure you can test them. If you can't test them, I would advise not to buy them. High-end winter jackets, especially right now. If you're watching this anytime in the fall, start of winter, North Face, Patagonia, those ones are very high-end, and they will sell super good, especially to people up north. RC cars and remote controls, not just the cars, but the remote controls that go with them. Graphing and scientific calculators, the TI-83s, the 84s, the 84 Pluses, 85s, all those sell good. The prices fluctuate on those a lot, though, so make sure you keep an eye on it. Fishing tackle and lures. Those lures are super expensive. At a lot of yard sales, you'll find old guys selling a whole box of them for a couple bucks. Usually it's worth the money, but make sure you know what you're buying. Fishing rod reels, same story goes. Higher end reels, very expensive. If you can get them for a few bucks, you can pick it up and make some money. Baseball gloves, especially first baseman's mitts and catcher's mitts. I find them at the bins and at yard sales all the time for a few dollars. I've sold dozens of them, sometimes $20, $25, even little kids ones and T-ball ones. If they've got pink on it for a girl, they'll sell great. GPSs, the one that are mounted in the car. I know most cars come with it or phones have it, but people still love them. They still sell the Garmins, the TomToms, the Nuvies. They still sell super good. Motorcycle boots, because we just got a pair of girls ones, I put it on here. Leather ones, are ridiculously expensive, and I expect to get 50 for ours. MacBook chargers, iMac mouses, keyboards, Apple stuff that goes with their computers is expensive. The wireless mouses, the wireless keyboards, and the chargers. I had to pay like $80 for a new charger on the fly. Mine melted. I was an idiot, and I bought a Chinese one for like $5, and it melted, and I had to go the same day to Best Buy and pay like $90 for one, $90. So if you can sell an OEM one, or you find a used one that's actual Apple with the Apple logo on it at a yard sale for a couple bucks, buy it. You'll be able to flip it. And the last one is cell phone battery boosters, power banks, and charging cases. Right back, we've come full circle, and these cell phones eat battery alive. So any of those things you can plug in to recharge the battery or have a case on it is definitely worth a lot of money. That's number 101, and that is 101 things that I recommend for buying and selling for profits on eBay or Amazon. Okay, guys, so you guys asked for it. I put them all in one spot. I'll put the links down there that I talked about, all in one nice bundled area for you guys to take a look at items and have on your phone. You guys asked me to do that, so I decided to put it in this video today. We'll be back to a normal schedule tomorrow, which is Monday. We've already packed and shipped tonight, so maybe I'll be able to get out and get a good haul tomorrow. Not sure. We'll see what I have to do, and when I get rolling tomorrow, get out of this house after everything's done. But thank you guys again for Friday night. It was great. It was amazing. I had an interesting Saturday, which I'll tell you guys about in another video. It was kind of cool. I got to meet a very famous YouTuber yesterday. He's got somewhere around 5 to 6 million subscribers between his two accounts. He's a video gaming YouTuber. I won't put his name out just yet. I'm going to talk to him and make sure it's okay, but I met him out at an event yesterday. Kind of a funny thing happened. He left the key to his very high-end car in my car, and I had to take it back to him. Kind of a crazy story. I'll tell you guys more about it tomorrow. We got some cool pictures and videos of it. But he was very nice, very down-to-earth guy, and I'll tell you who he is and where we were and what was going on in another video. But that's why I didn't have a video up yesterday. It was very busy, so I apologize, but hope you guys enjoy this video. And as always, Friday is Q&A, so make sure you put questions and answers down there, and I will answer them on Friday. And maybe we'll do some live shows between now and then. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful night, a wonderful Monday, and I will see you again tomorrow night.